Keena Ford and the second grade mix-up. I squeezed my eyes shut and opened my mouth really wide. I felt like I was on stage. I sang the last line as loud as I could. Happy birthday to me. All of a sudden, I realized that I had been singing the end of the song all by myself. Everyone else had stopped singing. I opened my eyes. Miss Campbell and my classmates were looking toward the door. I thought maybe there was another surprise, like balloons or a pony. So I looked too. There were no balloons in the doorway. There wasn't a pony there either. Instead, standing in the doorway was my mom. Boy, was I ever surprised. My mom looked surprised too. Miss Campbell said, "Hello, Miss Ford. Did you come to celebrate Keena's birthday?" My mom stood with her mouth open for a few seconds. She looked at me. I could feel my face getting warm. Then she said to Miss Campbell, "No, I came to see if Keena was feeling better. She said she felt sick this morning and I didn't let her stay home. I wanted to see if she was okay. It looks like she is just fine." She looked at me with her eyebrows raised. When my mom raises her eyebrows, it means I have some explaining to do. Miss Campbell said, "Oh no, sick on her birthday? I didn't know. She didn't say anything to me." Then my mom said, "May I speak to Keena in the hallway, please?" It took me a long time to walk from Miss Campbell's desk to the classroom door. When I got to the door, my mom took my hand and pulled me into the hallway. Then she took the birthday crown off my head. She leaned down really close to my face. "Keena," she said in a loud whisper, "what is going on?" She did not look happy. My face got very, very warm. "Miss Campbell thinks today is my birthday," I said. "I noticed that," my mom said. "I want you to tell me right now why Miss Campbell thinks today is your birthday." Her voice was a little louder this time, and she looked really, really mad. "I wrote the date wrong on my paper cake," I said. I told her how I wrote 9/2 instead of 2/9. So Miss Campbell thought my birthday was September 2nd. I thought Mom might feel sorry for me because I got so confused. She did not. She said, "Keena, when did you first know that Miss Campbell thought your birthday was today?" "Yesterday," I admitted. "Why did you tell me right away that your birthday is in February?" she asked. I didn't answer for a little while. Then I whispered, "Because of the chocolate cake." My mom stared. She said, "Keena, your teacher spent time making you a birthday cake. It wasn't your birthday. Maybe you didn't lie on purpose, but you didn't tell the truth either. I am very disappointed." She frowned at me. Then she said something that was even worse than being disappointed. She said, "I want you to go back in that classroom right now and tell your teacher and classmates the truth." "Yes, ma'am," I whispered. Then I stood still for a long time. "Now, Keena," she said. When we walked back into the room, all of the other girls were sitting at their desks eating cake. "Your cake is on your desk, Keena," Miss Campbell said. "And we saved a piece for you, Miss Ford," she told my mom. "Thank you, Miss Campbell, but Keena has something she needs to tell you and the class," my mom said. "Go ahead, Keena." I looked at the floor. "My birthday is February 9, I whispered. "Speak up, Keena," my mom said sternly. I closed my eyes tightly. "My birthday," I said louder, "is February 9." I closed my eyes. I opened my eyes and looked at Miss Campbell. She looked at me and then at Mom. "I'm afraid I don't understand," she said. "Keena wrote her birthday backwards," Mom explained. "So you thought her birthday was today, and then she did not tell you the truth. I am very disappointed in her behavior, and I am sorry that you went to all that trouble to make a cake." Then Mom turned and looked at me. "Keena," she said, "I am going to have to think about your punishment. I will see you at home." Then she left the classroom. I stood in the front of the room alone. I felt very, very small. Miss Campbell took the piece of cake off my desk. She looked very serious. Keena, I know this started as a numbers mistake, but you should have told me the truth. So, you do not get to eat any cake. And you know what else? I waited for her to send me to Mr. Lemon's timeout classroom, but she didn't. She said, I think we need a lesson in how to write the date using numbers. Take your seat, Keena. Then Miss Campbell showed us how to use numbers to write the date. Even though I will never ever forget how to write the date using numbers, I think I'll stick to writing out the name of the month from now on. When I got home, Mom said, Keena, I have decided that you will not be allowed to watch TV or have dessert for 1 week. I also want you to go to your room right after dinner and think about what you did wrong. I nodded. Also, she said, I bought you a bottle of ginger ale when I thought you were sick, but you lied to me about being sick, so I am going to give your ginger ale to Brian. I nodded again, but I felt sad. Ginger ale is my favorite drink. I also felt sad because I knew Brian would make fun of me when he heard about my big fat lie. 8 p.m. Brian just came into my room. He was holding the ginger ale bottle. Mom told me about your fake birthday, he said. That was really dumb, Keena. I know, I said. I was wondering why you were asking me all those questions. Brian was smiling like he was about to laugh at me. I felt my face get warm again. Then Brian said, Sorry you got so confused. He set the ginger ale bottle on my bedside table. You can have that if you want, he said. Then he started walking out of the room. Don't tell Mom, he said over his shoulder. Thanks, Brian, I said, but I don't think he heard me. So I got a piece of white paper and some crayons out of my art box. I drew a tall boy wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Best brother, I wrote in big letters. Even though I wasn't supposed to leave my room, I tiptoed into the hallway. Brian's door was closed. I slid the paper under his door and ran back to my room. I looked at the ginger ale. It felt like a birthday present. I put the bottle in a drawer and jumped into bed. And that's the end of Thursday, September 2nd, where Keena was celebrating her fake birthday at school. So tune in soon for the next day, and you can see what happens after that, because there's definitely more to come.